Hey there, Dr. Mark here, and today I'm going to be sharing with you my top 10 tips for writing and creating social media content so you can land paying clients every time you post. Here's the deal. If you're an online nutrition coach looking to start or grow your business, you probably know that creating social media content and posting it is the best way to grow. And since most people are active on Instagram, it's a good idea to build a presence on there and create some content that allows people to engage with you. Except you're not really sure what to post about. And even if you do have some ideas, you're not really sure how to communicate it so people are interested in what you do and wanting more. Unfortunately, most educational opportunities in nutrition coaching don't really teach you how to grow your business on Instagram. Maybe you have a nutrition certification and you're confident in your ability to coach people. The only problem is you don't really know how to get paying clients. That is all going to change today. Today, I'm really excited to bring a guest on my channel, Beier. Robin is a nutrition coach and marketing expert. He helps nutrition coaches get clear on who they help, how they serve them, and how to use social media to attract new paying clients. Robin has put together the first 5 steps here for you today. By the end of this video, you'll have so much direction on how to write captions and how to create social media content. I'd be surprised if you don't have a new paying client by the end of the video. Robin, I am so excited to have you on my channel. Take it away.
For the introduction, Mark, I'm excited to be here. And for everyone watching, thank you so much for taking the time out of your day. Let's jump right in. Tip number 1, use my easy 5-step caption formula for more likes, comments, and sales. If you're tired of letting your Instagram posts die unnoticed, use this formula. When we sit in front of a blank screen, it's hard to come up with the first few words, and then we don't know how to continue. It's frustrating. So the first line of your caption is always your hook. It's the most important line because it has to grab the reader's attention. Think about it like this. After reading your hook, they need to be so curious that they want to need the next line. Keep watching for 5 powerful hook formulas that I use all the time. The second step in the formula is about rapport. Your goal here is to emotionally connect with the current situation of your ideal clients. Use words like feel, felt, or found. For example, finding time for fitness feels like an impossible task for new moms. Step 3 in this formula is called perspective shift. Here you point out the problem with their current thinking and why their approach doesn't work. For example, the problem with calorie counting is that it causes you to feel guilty and obsessed with getting it perfect. Feel free to throw some rocks at your competition. It's a great way to distinguish yourself and show how your solution is better for your ideal clients. Step 4 is present your better solution. Introduce your better solution and why it is the superior option. It could sound like this. The better solution is to develop eating habits because you will lose weight without feeling restricted. The final step is a strong call to action at the end, so you tell your readers what to do next. And keep watching until the end of this video where I share powerful call to action ideas to get likes, comments, and DMs. Tip number 2, use hook formulas to save time and draw people in. The first formula is blank tips that actually work. For example, 5 meal prep tips that actually work, or 5 intermittent fasting tips that actually create results. I like this formula particularly for how-to content. Instead of starting with how to meal prep or how to intermittent fasting, this formula delivers a clear value proposition in the first 3 words. The second formula I use all the time on YouTube is need to blank, use these tips. I like this formula because it creates an open loop in the reader's mind. Yes, I need to lose weight before the summer, or yes, I need to travel over the holidays and stick to my diet. Now your tips feel even more valuable. Formula number 3 is the most common mistake I see is blank. Nobody likes making mistakes. We want to avoid them at all costs. And with this formula, you keep it vague and almost life-threatening not to read further. Formula number 4 is similar. Don't blank until you read this. For example, don't start HIIT training until you read this, or don't meal prep until you read this. Again, you're making the stakes high. If they don't continue to read, they might bring themselves in relative danger. So our brain is hooked and wants to explore what we should read. And the final formula is want to hear how blank. Our clients benefit greatly from our stories and how we approach certain problems. They are curious, how is coach staying in shape all year round? And one of my most recent successful posts followed this formula. Want to hear how I create 7 posts with less than an hour a day while working full time? Tip number 3, use high converting call to actions to boost your engagement. Single images with a coach and a relatable story are a great template to get more likes. And here are a couple of call to actions you can use. Like this post if, or double tap if you agree with my perspective. Polls and polarizing statements are a great way to get more comments. Use call to actions like, let me know what you think, or do you agree? Comment below to tell your followers what to do next. Share a highly valuable resource to get more DMs, and this includes why your free discovery call is worth their time. Call to actions you can use are, click the link in my bio to, DM me for more info about, or book your next spot by. Infographics and carousels are a great way to get saves. Say something like, save this post for later, or save this post for the next time you're hungry at a gas station and you don't know what to buy. Tip number 4 is to use Instagram stories to get content ideas that your followers crave. Use the question sticker in your stories and ask, what questions do you have about, or what is your greatest challenge with, or what obstacles are you facing with? These questions invite your followers to share their current problems. Knowing clearly what burning pain they have gives you a clear direction on what solutions they want right now. But don't stop there. Follow up in their DMs and ask further, how does this problem show up? How does it make you feel? What happens if you don't find a solution? But don't stop there either. Make a note who shared this pain point and send them a message when you answered their question, thanking them for the inspiration and asking them if you helped them solve their problem and if anything else has come up. Tip number 5. Use my 4-step Instagram sales formula. Stories are an excellent way to sell your coaching or to invite people to a discovery call. But what should you say? I like to use a very simple 4-step formula. However, 4-step doesn't necessarily mean you have exactly 4 stories. They can be longer. The first step is to clarify the problem. You have already lots of inspirations what problems you can talk about from tip number 4. Break it down further into how it makes them feel. Share how this problem holds them back from reaching their goals. Then share your better solution. That's step number 2. Similarly to tip number 1, explain why your solution is the superior option to fix their problem. And back this up with social proof, that's step number 3. Testimonials are powerful here, but you can also use your own transformation as a sign of proof. And the last step is the call to action. And use one of the call to actions from tip number 3. Make sure you clearly communicate the benefit of taking action. For example, if you want to offer a free call, focus on the fact that we'll get free practical and personalized tips on losing the first 5 pounds. Use these formulas and tips to save time creating high converting content. If you learned something, like this video. Also check out Mark's video on my channel where he shares his top 5 writing tips for killer Instagram captions that increases your likes, comments, and sales.
And that's it, folks. Use these formulas and tips to create effective social media content that lands you paying clients. If you learned something new today, please like this video. What I'm gonna have you do next is check out my video on Robin's channel on my top 5 tips and strategies to writing killer Instagram captions that increase likes, comments, and sales. See you in the next video.